Ladies, glowing up as a quiet woman is very different from what social media usually shows us. If you haven't already, there is a recent video on this channel titled Glow Up Quietly, a realistic 30-day level up plan for introverted women in 2026. And that video focuses more on the practical steps and habits. But in today's video, it's meant to go a little deeper and connects back to the recent upload. This video is about the emotional, mental, and lifestyle shifts that happen when a quiet woman decides to improve her life. We don't always have a dramatic before and after. We are not necessarily announcing our growth and changing everything overnight or becoming the loudest person in the room. For many of us, the glow up is subtle. It happens in private moments, in our routines, in our boundaries, and the way we start choosing peace over pressure. While there are so many beautiful benefits to improving your life as a quiet, soft, feminine woman, there are also some things no one really prepares us for. Today's video isn't about becoming someone you are not. It's about what actually happens when a woman who moves gently decides to take her life seriously. We are going to talk about 4 outcomes that come with glowing up as a quiet girl. 2 outcomes that feel empowering, and 2 outcomes that can feel a little uncomfortable. Because real self-improvement isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's lonely, but it's always worth it. Let's get started. Hi ladies, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm super excited that you clicked on today's video. I film all things self-improvement, fashion, and lifestyle, and so if this sounds like you, please join the channel because I do it in a way that's from my life experiences as a 21-year-old, and I just try to do in a way that I'm going to connect with you all. And so if you love that, then please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So as you can see from the intro, I talked a little bit about what this video is going to be about, and I also mentioned how my previous video, which is doing really well, thank you so much for the support. I think we're almost at 2K views as we speak, and I'm just super grateful because I really planned that video out because I wanted you guys to start your New Year's right. So for my quiet girlies, homebodied introverts, like that video was for you, but this video is going to go more in depth. We're going to talk about what no one tells you when you glow up as a quiet girl. Also, you already know with my sit down girl talks, I love to have something with me, and I'm a teaaholic. I love tea, obsessed with tea, and so I have some chai tea with me in this cute little Santa to go cup. Cheers. So let's start off with understanding the first outcome. When you glow up, you start to be aware of yourself. You really have that self-awareness, and you actually understand what's good for you and what's not good for you. Let's talk about this because while we are in the glow up process, it's hard. We're going through it, we're crying, we're miserable. We're like, okay, like I want to become the woman I envision, but like it's so hard because there's so much steps, it takes time, and it's just a lot going on in our mind. But as a quiet girly, I came to the understanding that when you glow up and when you're starting to notice your glow up, you understand yourself more. When you start to be like get into a bad mood, you correct yourself fast. You're like, okay, I don't want to take my mind to that space and just ponder on that negativity. Like I'm going to, read the Bible. I'm going to try to talk to someone that I trust just to get myself out of that negativity. And when you're glowing up, that's really good because sometimes when you don't really understand yourself, you tend to just let yourself be miserable. But when you truly love yourself, like yes, you're still going to sometimes feel down, but you have resources and you have ways to lift yourselves up. And as a quiet girly, it's super good because, we tend to be to ourselves, and it's really important that we understand our habits, the way we just maneuver around this world so that we can start to really feel confident within ourselves. And that's a part of the glow up like process and how you look when you're glowing up and when you are glowed up. You truly start to understand yourself and you start to love yourself, and you tend to not just take any negativity. So that's like the first advantage of when you glow up. Okay, the second outcome is a little bit of a disadvantage, but I think we can still maneuver around it and not beat ourselves over it. But as a quiet girly, when you are glowed up, a lot of people are sometimes not going to notice. They're not going to congratulate you. It's not really going to be this showcase when you glow up. And the reason why I say that is because as a quiet girly, like, we're not telling our business. We're a little bit more reserved. We're not really talking about the process, and the process is the key, because that is where, like I said, we're doing all the challenges. We're trying to understand who we are in the negativity and the positivity, and we're trying to just create a better life for ourselves. Sometimes when you know you glowed up, a lot of people, sometimes they might treat you the same. Sometimes they, people are not really gonna care, especially if you feel very confident in the season of your life. Like, not a lot of people are going to care. And I know for a lot of quiet girlies, sometimes, we want that, like, oh my gosh, like, you look so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're doing so well with your career. Oh my gosh, like, I'm so happy that you're engaged, or blah, blah, blah. Like, sometimes, like, you want that because you don't really hear all the time as a quiet girly. But just know that a lot of people, like, they're not stupid. They're gonna see that you're really glowing in your life. And I feel like in life, you don't want to expect every congratulation from people. You don't want to expect outcomes from everyone, because that's not the point of glowing up. The point of glowing up is that you don't need anyone to say anything to you. You don't need people to congratulate you. You don't need people to see your happiness. If you know you are happy, if you know you're content, if you know you're at peace, then that's all you need. And so I know this can be hard for a lot, because sometimes a lot of us, we love affirmations, we love to hear things from others, but at the end of the day, don't expect anything from people. Just love yourself, and when you're glowing up, just know that you're congratulating yourself. Okay, always say thank you, self. Like, I'm so proud of you, self. And so yeah, that is our second outcome. The third outcome, you're going to love this. Listen, as a quiet girly, there's something so mysterious about a quiet girl who has this aura of confidence. When you glow up as a quiet girly, you have unshakable confidence. When you walk into a room, people are like, wait a minute, like, what is going on here? Like, it's not because you're above people and you think that you're all that. You're actually a humble person, but you have so much confidence, and you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You don't have to be so chaotic or make your energy uncomfortable, but very good at communicating, and you're very good at making eye contact and engaging. A lot of people will find this intimidating, and this can be good and this can be bad, but for this point, I'm gonna make it good, because I think it's such a beautiful thing to see a quiet girly confident. Because I feel like the world, they just always want quiet people to hate themselves for being quiet. They're always like, oh my gosh, like, you're so quiet, like, blah 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 blah, but they never get on extroverted people about that. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but from my perspective and my experience, like, sometimes I'm like, dang, like, even though I feel confident, like, being quiet makes me still feel a little bit insecure. But let me tell you something. Love who you are. Love the fact that you are quiet and confident, because when you glow up, you're going to have that quiet confidence, honey, and no one can tell you who you are, and you're going to feel very good about yourself. And so yeah, that is the third outcome. So the final outcome, and it's a little bit bittersweet, but when you glow up as a quiet girly, you're going to outgrow a lot of spaces, a lot of people, and sometimes it's going to feel uncomfortable in the beginning. I can say this because I know throughout my life, like, I'm just 21, still very young, but I have outgrown a lot of places because I've matured a lot. And sometimes it's weird because you were so familiar in that setting, in that space of mind. And when you glow up as a quiet girly, like I said, this process can feel very lonely at times. Sometimes you're like, dang, like, I kind of do love where I'm at right now because I'm so used to it. But when you glow up, like, when you love yourself again, like I said, you're gonna tell yourself, like, self, this this setting's not good for me, this job is not good for me, this relationship is not good for me. Like, I really need to remove myself. This friendship is not working anymore. Like, when you love yourself, you're going to do this. No, sometimes it's gonna hurt because this was a part of your life and now you're removing yourself from it. And like I said, some things like you're happy to get out of, but some things, some situations, it's like, it feels a little bit bittersweet. But like I said, you know that in the future, you're saving yourself. And trust me, when you remove yourself, a lot of people are gonna think you're cold, especially you're quiet, right? And so they can't really read your mind. So they're probably gonna think you're stuck up. Like, who does she think she is? Like, leaving me, or, you know, the setting or whatever. Like, sometimes there's not gonna be a lot of positive responses to this. But like I said, you're not being cold, you're not being mean-hearted. You're actually doing what's best for everything, like the whole situation. Leaving the person, they can heal, you can heal, and it's just creating positive boundaries that's needed, especially for nowadays. Never let anyone walk over you. If you're a shy, quiet girl, never let someone say like, oh, like you need to like stop thinking this way, like you think that you're all that, blah blah blah. Like, don't let those type of thoughts get to you, especially if you're a little bit more anxious with people and you're a little bit more nicer. Like I said, you can be kind, but be confident and actually have a little bit of that selfishness in you. Not in, like I said, not in a crazy hideous way, but that selfishness is like, no, like this is not good for me, like I'm gonna do what's best for me. And that is that. Like, leave it at that, because if you keep talking, like, you're not gonna get anywhere. Like, just do it, remove yourself, and just keep it at that. I hope you ladies enjoyed this video. I feel like a lot of you are going to enjoy this and actually relate, because the glow up process is not easy. It's not all glitz and glamour and beautiful and pretty and relaxing. It's really, it's a very hard journey, and sometimes you want to quit, sometimes it doesn't feel worth it, and sometimes it's a longer process for others, it's a shorter process for others. But I feel like it's good to make this video so that when you're following my 30-day plan for introverts and homebodies to glow up quietly, you understand what the outcomes could be. And so if you related to this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. I'm going back for college, and so I'm just going to try to settle in. But hopefully after I get past the first week of classes, then I can start planning to make some wonderful content for you ladies. And so I will see you in the next video. Bye.
He says it's impossible, the temptations of my past, but I know it's possible. Will my devotion last? He says there's no me without him. Please help me forget about him. He takes all my energy.